Are decisions dangerous? Is it scary or unsafe to make a decision? Well, it all depends on what happened the last time you made a decision. Do you think you made a mistake? So ask my favorite questions. What's the upside of not making a decision? And what could be the downside of making a big decision? This is what happens when people are afraid to be clear. They're afraid that making a decision is going to trigger a series of consequences that they don't want to face or deal with, or it just makes them feel unsafe. So, welcome back to Rewiring Your Brain for Success. This is Success Tapping with Carol Look, and I'm your host, and I'm glad you're here. So, see if you can get a measurement 0 to 10. How afraid are you of making this decision? So pick one that is on the shelf for you that you need to make and see how afraid you are 0 to 10. How high does that feel? This fear and this dread and, I don't want to make it. And it may be all about making a mistake, other kinds of consequences, and we'll start tapping. Even though I'm afraid to make a decision because it feels dangerous to me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I'm really afraid to make that big decision, what if I make another mistake? I accept who I am and how I feel. Eyebrow, I'm afraid to make a big decision. What if I make a mistake? Making decisions feels dangerous to me. No wonder I keep getting in my own way. Chin point, I'm afraid to make this decision. Collarbone, there's a lot riding on it. Under the arm, and I'm afraid to make this decision. Top of the head, no wonder I keep getting in my own way. Good. Take a breath. Many times people will say, well, how do I know if I'm getting in my own way? How do I know if I'm afraid of making decisions or afraid to be clear? Look at your behavior. Have you done it? Have you followed through? Measure again if possible. Think of that one decision you were going to make. 0 to 10, how afraid are you of it now? Anything changed? Is it more about making a mistake, more about other consequences? What's going on in your system when you think about making the next big decision? All right, 0 to 10, get your number. Here we go again. Even though I still feel afraid of making this decision, I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though obviously there's some history here about making decisions, I accept who I am and how I feel. Eyebrow, it doesn't feel safe to make a decision. Side of the eye, what if I make another mistake? It doesn't feel safe to make this decision. Under the nose, no wonder I keep avoiding it. I'm afraid to make this decision. No wonder I keep avoiding it. Decisions seem dangerous to me. Top of the head. No wonder I keep avoiding it. Good. Take another breath. See if you can get a measurement again. That same decision, don't switch decisions on me. The same decision, 0 to 10. How afraid are you now? Has it moved where it is in your body, where the fear is? Has something else come up to give you more information? And we'll do one more and end with some gratitude tapping. But if you want to move yourself along, stop procrastinating, making decisions, you have to get to the background. What's going on? Why does it seem dangerous to you? Why does it feel unsafe? Is it about an old mistake? Is it about a time that you forced yourself or thought you were ready to make a decision and you don't like the result? You thought you made a mistake. Here we go. Even though I still feel afraid of making this big decision, I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I still feel a lot of fear around making a decision, I accept who I am and how I feel. Eyebrow, I still feel the fear about making this decision. I'm afraid of what might happen. I'm still afraid of making this decision. I'm afraid of what might happen. Chin point. What if I make another mistake? What if I make a big mistake? No wonder I won't get myself to make this decision. Top of the head. I'm just afraid of making a mistake. Eyebrow. No wonder decisions feel dangerous to me. Side of the eye. But I feel so grateful that I figured this out. Under. I appreciate the history and what I've learned so far. Under the nose. I'm very grateful that I get it now, why I won't make this decision. Chin point. I actually appreciate a lot of the mistakes I've made. I appreciate mistakes I've made. Under the arm. And I understand what's going on with this decision. Thank you, universe, for teaching me so much about why I block myself from making decisions. Great. Final deep breath. Measure your fear again if possible. And remember, you wouldn't be afraid of making a big decision if you didn't have some history there. So whether it's about making a mistake, the consequences, just being afraid of it, watch your behavior. And if you're getting in your own way, that means decisions feel unsafe to your brain and your nervous system. So this is one of the ways, the primary ways that we rewire the brain for success. Getting in there, talking about the feelings, the resistance, the beliefs, looking at the behavior, asking the questions, and understanding why you would block yourself from doing something you keep saying you want to do. All right. Thanks for watching. To sign up for this channel and find out more about my best-selling books and my online series and programs, you can go to carollook.com/success. Thanks again.